Hello everyone. Today we're going to read The Rule of Saint Benedict II on the obedience of disciples. The first degree of humility is obedience without delay. This beseemeth those who, either through fear of hell or for the glory of life everlasting, count nothing more dear to them than Christ. These, presently, as soon as anything is commanded by them, as soon as anything is commanded them by the superior, make no delay in doing it, just as if the command had come from God. This obedience will then be acceptable to God and pleasing to men, if what is commanded be not done cheerfully, slowly, coldly, or with murmuring, or an answer showing unwillingness. Because the obedience which is given to superiors is given to God, who hath said, He that heareth you heareth me. Hence, it ought to be done by the disciples with a good will, because God loveth a cheerful giver. If the disciple obey with ill will, and murmur not only in words but also in heart, although if he fulfil what is commanded him, it will not be acceptable to God, who considereth the heart of the murmurer. For such a work he shall not have any reward, but rather incurreth the penalty of murmurers, unless he amend and make satisfaction. The Abbot. When therefore anyone taketh upon himself the name of Abbot, he ought to govern his disciples with twofold doctrine, that is, he ought first to show them all virtue and sanctity, more by deeds than by words. Hence, to such as are intelligent, he may declare the commandments of God by words, but to the hard-hearted, and to those of the ruder sort, he must make these precepts manifest by his actions and by his life. Therefore, the abbot ought to teach, ordain, or command nothing but what is conformable to the commands of our Lord, but let his commands and doctrine be mingled in the minds of his disciples with the leaven of divine justice. That there be no distinction of persons in the monastery, that not one be loved or favored more than the other, except he be found to surpass the rest in good works and in obedience. Therefore, let the abbot bear equal love to all, and let all be subject to the same orders and discipline, according to their deserts. With the more virtuous and intelligent, let him for the first or second time use words of admonition, but the stubborn, the hard-hearted, the proud and the disobedient, even in the very beginning of their sin, let him chastise with stripes and bodily punishment, knowing that it is written, The fool is not corrected with words. And again, strike thy son with the rod, and thou shalt deliver his soul from death. That's pretty violent. Very, very violent.